Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 164th podcast.
This episode, we bring you The Hen Is in the Mountains, a story from Norway.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the Activated Actors.
We're coming to you from Providence, Rhode Island, and we have a special guest with us today.
Yes, we do.
I have a story to tell, too. Let me set up the story, and then we'll introduce our guest in just a second. So, I want to tell everybody that I was adopted. And I know nobody knows that yet, but I was adopted 48 years ago, and I have a very special story to share with you guys today. So I just found out this year my birth father and my birth mother, and I found out that I have siblings. I have sisters and brothers that I did not know about. Now, I grew up with a brother, so I know about him, and his name is Chris, but I have 5 brothers and sisters, and I have one of them here with me today. Her name is Shannon. Say hi, Shannon.
Hi!
So this is Shannon, and I'm very, very happy to have my Shannon with me today. I just got a big hug. So Shannon is from Arizona, and she didn't know that I was her sister either, so she was kind of surprised too. How was that for you?
I'm very surprised. Surprised but not surprised.
Really?
Very excited.
Very excited.
Yes.
We've been having a lot of fun seeing the Boston area, Boston, Providence, Cape Cod. Tell them about what you've done since you've been here.
Since you've been in New England.
Oh, a lot of sightseeing. It's been fabulous. And, the best way of getting to know your sister is to travel with your sister.
She's been staying in our RV with us.
I love it. I feel it's been awesome. It really has been awesome.
We went bicycling on Cape Cod.
For half the time, so 25 miles, half of it was in the rain.
Yes.
That was the best. That was the best. So get to see your true self and true personality.
Yes.
Salem.
We went to Salem,
The
Massachusetts.
tours at night. Amazing.
Right.
Know the history.
Yeah, they do walking tours at night in Salem.
And we did that. And also, my mom and dad, my adopted mom and dad, people who raised me, they came out from Nevada, and they are here with us as well. But they got to go to Salem with us, and they've been spending time to time getting to know their new daughter.
Oh, yeah. I've already been adopted.
One of their new daughters, yes. So I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers, and Shannon grew up with them.
And I inherited a nephew. So
And you have a nephew
Yes,
now. Yes.
well,
another one.
Our son Zephyr, you may remember him if you've listened to the old podcasts.
When we started back in 2006, he's
Yes.
on those for sure.
And he lives here in Providence now.
Yes. So we've been spending some good family time together.
It's been great.
Yes.
Love it.
So just wanted to share that story with you guys, and I know there's other kids out there who are adopted, and just let you know that if you find your birth family, if you want to do that, it's a great way to just grow your family, and you get more people to have in your family.
And this was this research that Kimberly did to find her family was largely inspired by our trip to Europe,
Yes.
by our trip to Poland, where her adopted folks are from.
Right. So I wanted to share that with you guys. We've been having a lot of fun. Oh, Zephyr and I also went skydiving. we did that as well. So that's what we've done in the New England area. We do have some shows coming up, and we'll tell you about those shows at the end of the podcast. But we have a story with you, and our special guest star is going to play one of the parts in the story today, or 2 of the parts in the story today.
Making her acting debut today.
Yes. So see if you can figure out. I hope everybody can hear our voices. I'm a little hoarse right now. So this is Kimberly.
Shannon.
And you know who I am.
Yeah, and you know who Dennis is. Okay. So the story today is The Hen Is in the Mountains, a story from Norway.
Long ago in Norway, there was a mother who lived with her 3 daughters, Ingrid, Sonia, and Marta. There was also a hen that the mother was very fond of.
Here, Hermione. Here, girl. Do you have any eggs for me today? Oh, good, you have. I know I should have watched my cholesterol, but we're very poor and we have to eat something.
And they were all very happy together, living on omelets and soufflés, until one day, when the mother went out to fetch eggs, the hen wasn't there.
Here, Hermione. Here, girl. Huh? Where'd you go? Oh, no, there's a hole in the fence and she ran away. Oh, I knew it was a mistake to feed her that gingerbread man.
So she went to her oldest daughter and said,
Ingrid, it looks like our hen has flown the coop. I need you to go out and find her.
Oh, Ma, maybe she just went on vacation.
I don't think hens take vacations. Now go on out and find her before a fox does.
Why me? Why can't one of my sisters go?
You're the oldest and theoretically the wisest.
Wouldn't it be a better idea to send the youngest and most energetic?
Don't argue with me. We need to get her money back. I was going to bake a cake for dinner, and now I have no egg to put in it. And you know how much you love cake. You could just live on it.
Oh, very well. I'll go. Maybe the walk will relieve the boredom.
So she went out looking for the hen, but she saw no sign of it, not even a feather.
Here, chick, chick. Here, chick, chick. When I find you, I'm going to stuff a pillow with you.
And she wandered deep into the forest, where she heard a mysterious voice say, "The hen is in the mountains! The hen is in the mountains!"
Really? That sounds like it involves climbing or something.
So reluctantly she headed toward the mountains, and then she came to a little clearing in the woods.
Hey, there's a little flat spot with a sign by it. Don't stand here, whatever you may do.
So of course she stood there, and suddenly a trap door opened.
Ah!
I guess suddenly is about the only way a trap door can open, come to think of it, and she landed in a long hallway.
Great. Now I have to find a way to climb back out. Why can't gravity work both ways?
And suddenly, out popped an ogre. "Nice of you to drop in."
Uh-oh. I don't think you're a hen.
No, I'm a troll. And if you believe that, I'd like to sell you a bridge. Actually, I'm an ogre, and you're a human. That's why I put the sign up. I knew that humans were too curious to stay away if I warned them to. I remembered a story about a boy named Timmy and the old abandoned mine shaft.
What are you doing here?
I live here, and I'm hoping you will too. Will you be my wife?
Your wife? Ew! Gross me out. Might as well ask me if I want to have fried lice for dinner.
There's something wrong with fried lice? Well, if you reject my proposal and insult my cuisine, I guess I have no use for you.
And with that, he seized her, ripped off her head,
Hey, I was kind of attached to that.
and threw both of them into his cellar.
Well, one down. Or should I count that as two?
Meanwhile, back at home, the mother was beginning to get worried. So she said to the next middle sister,
Sonia, I'm worried about Ingrid. She still hasn't found the hen, and she's been gone a very long time.
Oh, Ma, you worry too much. I'm sure she'll keep her head.
Then you don't know your sister. I think you should go out looking for her.
Why me? I still have another sister left, you know.
I think we should save her for the third act.
It's not fair. Why can't I be the youngest once in a while?
We can have a biology lecture later. Right now I need you to go find your sister and my hen before it's too late.
So the second sister, Sonia, went out reluctantly into the woods in search of her sister and the hen. And when she got deep enough into the woods, she heard a mysterious voice call out, "The hen is in the mountains! The hen is in the mountains!"
Terrific. Why can't mysterious voices tell where sisters are, huh? Ingrid! Ingrid, where are you? I hope you have that chicken with you.
Then she came to the clearing in the woods.
There's a little flat spot here. Oh, and there's a sign. Let's see. I'm not sure I'm getting the punctuation right, but I think it says, don't stand here. Whatever. You may. Do. You'd think these signs would make up their minds.
So she stood on the spot, and just as suddenly as her sister, she fell through a trap door into the long hallway.
I only fell a few feet. Why couldn't it have been a rabbit hole or something? Hey, I wonder if Ingrid fell down here too.
Yes, she did.
I take it you're the resident of this dive?
Indeed. And I'm hoping that you will be too. Will you be my wife?
Your wife? Oh, that's a good one. You made me laugh so hard. I hope you have a bathroom nearby. Oh, hey, do you know any knock-knock jokes too?
Well, I can see this isn't going to work out.
Whereupon he grabbed her, ripped off her head, and threw them both into the cellar.
Something tells me I need to work on my courtship game.
Meanwhile, back at home,
Oh, Marta, now both of your sisters have gone missing, along with my hen. Don't worry, Mother, I'll go find them. You're volunteering? Of course, it's my duty as the only sister left. But are you sure you'll be okay? After all, you're the youngest. Don't worry, I'll learn from their mistakes. That's why I have older siblings in the first place.
so out she went into the woods, and before long she heard a mysterious voice say, "The hen is in the mountains, the hen is in the mountains."
Interesting. I'll bet my sisters heard the voice too and followed it towards the mountains.
And then she came to the clearing in the woods.
Knowing my sisters, I bet they stood on this spot, even though the sign says they're not supposed to.
So she stood on the spot too, and fell through the trapdoor and landed in the long hallway.
Wow! I'd bet that someone's going to pop out, probably suddenly.
Very good.
You? I suppose you live here.
Right again. And I would like for you to live here too. Tell me, will you be my wife?
The answer's so obvious that it must be a trick question. Yeah, I will.
Excellent. I knew my charm would pay off eventually. Okay, I'll get busy making things dirty so you can clean them up.
So she became Mrs. Ogre, and she had to take care of the grotto when he was out scaring people and getting into mischief. One day, when he was gone, she decided to do some exploring, otherwise known as prowling. And that's when she discovered,
Hey, there's some kind of cellar here. I wonder what he keeps in here. I don't think he likes... Oh my! My sisters! And their heads? Not necessarily in that order. Oh, it's a good thing I agreed to be his wife. That might have happened to me too. Poor girls.
later, after the ogre had returned, a goat fell down the trapdoor and into the long hallway. Meh, meh.
What's this? I don't like goats.
So he grabbed the goat and pulled its head off.
That's disgusting. Why'd you do that?
Old habits die hard. Besides, I have to stay in practice in case anyone wanders in here.
He was such an adorable goat. I would have loved to keep him for a pet.
Oh, women. Well, don't worry.
I can fix him.
You can? How?
You see that bottle of magic ointment on the shelf? Watch this.
So the ogre rubbed some of the ointment on the goat's head and some of it on the goat's body, then stuck them together again and...
Meh.
Voila! One complete goat again.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go have some nightmares so I can cause some tomorrow.
The next day, when the ogre was again out terrifying people, Marta grabbed the bottle of magic ointment, crept into the cellar, and put some of the ointment on Ingrid's head and body and joined them back together.
Huh? What happened?
And some on Sonia's head and body and joined them back together.
I feel very strangely renewed. What happened?
The ogre ripped off your heads, and he would have done the same to me. It's a good thing I found out how to rejoin your head and your body.
Yes, this is a reunion in more ways than one. I'm just glad you didn't mess up and put her head on my body.
Come on, let's get out of here before the ogre comes back.
So they went back home, where their mother said,
Ingrid, Sonia, Marta, I'm so happy to see all back in one piece. Or three, technically. But where's my hen?
We still didn't find her, but we can go out and look again. I have a hunch she's in the mountains.
And this time we'll all go together.
and that's the story of the Hen Is in the Mountains from Norway.
Yay! And it also so happens to be that we're both Norwegians. Both Shannon and I are Norwegian too, so I really like that story. Yay!
Norwegian among other things.
Yes, but that's part of our ancestry too.
Yeah, Norwegian and I believe French.
And French. Yeah, I think there's something else in there too.
That story is similar to a lot of other stories that are similar. Its most popular form is probably Bluebeard.
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 Well, we haven't done Bluebeard yet.
I guess we haven't. Maybe
We found
will.
another story we haven't done. We'll have to tell that one sometime. We do have some stories coming up where you can see us live on stage performing, and there's just a few in the fall because most of our shows are at schools, but we do have a show coming up in, let's see here, Arlington, Massachusetts, October 13th is probably our next public program, and that's going to be at the Robbins Library in Arlington, and we'll be doing The Tortoise and the Hare and Stormalong Races the Troll. Troll's like an ogre too, right?
Yes, that's right. Then our next public show after that is November 7th in Greenwich, Connecticut at the Byram Schubert Library. So if you're in that area, or if you feel like taking a long drive to get to that area, come on.
Come on over.
We always have a very nice crowd there, a very appreciative audience.
Yeah, so the Arlington show, if you're coming to that one, October 13th, it starts at 4 o'clock, and the one in Greenwich starts at 3 o'clock. Then we are heading south. So also, if you have a school that's interested in a program, we are in the New England area through the end of October. Then we will be heading south into South Carolina for December and making our way across the United States in spring, like January, February, March, all the way out to the West Coast. So wherever you are, we can bring a show to you. ActivatedStoryTheater.com. Find out how to get our show at your school or library or somewhere in your town, wherever families gather.
And we want to thank you for being a part of this historic day when Shannon made her acting debut.
Yay! Yes, thank you very much. Happy to have Shannon with us today, and I'm going to be very sad to have to send her home today.
Thanks for having me.
Yay.
Kind of nerve-wracking, but it was fun.
Yay! All right, guys, we will catch you next month, and in the meantime,
Stay activated!
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, ActivatedStoryTheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story, or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.